Hello, this is JilliBling of JilliBling.com, and we are continuing with Paper Pumpkin, all the different things you could do with all the little pieces that Stampin' Up! So generously gave us. And I think this is my favorite out of all the different 4 projects that we're doing. This is the 3rd one. So let's get making a card. We're going to use all the pieces they included in this Paper Pumpkin. And we'll be using the Trick or Treat Spooky and Sweet, and then also on the inside Hello Pumpkin, which is here, and then some of these little leaves and flowers for the inside. Okay, so here are pieces. And I'm using some old designer paper, but any black and white designer paper that you have, if you have spiders, that would be cool. But anything you have, that will work just fine. So I'm going to stick together this piece of designer paper onto the black layer. This, I think it has like a hot melon mambo pink on it. I think it had something to do with flamingos. It's a few years old, but I love it. I love black and white. This will be on the inside. Here's a card base. Okay, and I used the brick and mortar embossing folder. So I had just ran that through. I love that embossing folder. I love all the new embossing folders and the new machine. Okay, I'm going to use my big adhesive. I know, Ree, when you're watching this, you said, that thing scares me. There's no way you'd ever use it. But my Stampin' Seal ran out, so here we are. And I'll just stick this one down. Because there's texture on the embossing folder, I think that using glue might be a better choice, because the adhesive would just stick to the high points left behind from the embossing folder, which is what the embossing folder is supposed to do. But I want to make sure that this panel sticks. Okay, that's good. And for the words, oh, like I said, we received so many pieces, little die cuts in this kit, and I plan to use every last one of them. And these were all the pieces I set aside for this card. So this is going to be for underneath this banner. Okay. And a hat. Let me see. My little note, the hat card, I'm going to be making 12 of them, but I think there's only 10 hats, so for the last 2 I will be using this stamp set, and I'll color it in, which will be really cute. Those will probably be even cuter than what I'm using here, but that's okay. This whole project I'm trying not to spend time coloring with the blends, because I get lost in that and I spend hours coloring and don't have that much completed. One of those. How about a yellow bumblebee vine, a black, oh, there's Mossy Meadow, here's a black vine. What else? Oh, pumpkins. This is the double pumpkin. And I'll put still pictures of all these on my blog. And if you're wondering, okay, which pieces do I use? You could zoom in on the picture and you could see which ones. You could use any of them. But if you're trying to use all of them up like I feel the need to, this will help you. A little pumpkin pie flower with a leaf. I'll make sure I get only one. Oh, here is a bumblebee leaf. What else? That might be everything. Oh, a yellow flower. Bumblebee flower. Oop, I got 2 pumpkins. Okay, I think I'm done with this. So, for the words, trick or treat, spooky and sweet. And then on the inside I say, hello pumpkin. Oh, it didn't come out that good. Not bad. Try one more time. Much better. Okay, so that's done. Inside paper, which is right here. And I've got stuff piled on top of it. And you can't see it. There, now you can see the top of it. So this one I want to put Hello Pumpkin. But I think that ridge is going to get in my way. Hold on. I have all my papers cut for the other 10 cards. This is Hello Pumpkin, right at the top. Try it again. Much better. Okay, done with that. So, let's get to building the front. Well, I know this is I'm going to kind of layer the banner. So I'll put this on. Now leave a little bit of extra room at the end. And then with my scissors, I'll trim it. So I'll trim right along the bottom. Straight? Yeah, you can use a little help. Better. And now I'll do my banner. Flags at the end. Those things. Maybe. It's going to be a warm day today. I love summer mornings. The back door open. Bo comes and goes when he wants. He's happy. I'm happy. I love it. Okay, so that's done. So I could put that on now because there's nothing more that needs to be done with it. Right here at the top. Okay, and now to build all of this, I'll start with the pumpkins because they're the brightest and they're the center. Where are my magic dimensionals? Taking this paper off drives me crazy. Here we go. And I will put the dimensionals in the center of this die cut because I'll be tucking stuff in underneath it. So that's going to go, how about over here? I know it will be seen with the designer paper, the black underneath it, where the hat, if I had them turned around, the hat would get lost. The hat does great over here. So that gets a dimensional, or 2, or 3, depending on who you are. Hat is cute. Okay, and that gets a double bow. I could do that now. I'll probably use glue to stick it down. I hope I won't dislodge it. Just a regular bow. Okay, let me show you some. So, if ever you're making a bow, you see how it got all twisted up? To avoid that, make your bow like you normally would. So there's my bow. Notice I didn't really cinch it down. And make the little loops right the size you like them. If you have it cinched down, when you pull the string, pulling the string through the tight knot is what makes that get all twisty. Okay, so now that it's right where I want it, now I'll pull it tight. Okay, so I'm going to pull a little bit. So now that is a just fine bow. Just fine. So I'm going to put that on the hat, right about there, and a blob of glue. I'll probably trim this in just a little bit. Okay, so let's work on decorating the rest. This one can go on with, where's a mini dimensional? And then I'll put some glue here at the top, because that's going to ride up half on the hat, and half not. So the part that's on the hat has the glue. Okay, and I like how it sticks over the black so you could see the outline of the flower. And what else? How about this one could be on a dimensional, this cinnamon cider leaf. Because I have some room, maybe I'll put it right over here. And I think everything else is going to get glue, just flat. I want those pumpkins to stand out. I'm getting a lot of Cajun craze over there. How about right here? But I want it flat, so it's going to tuck underneath. That's good. And this bumblebee is going to be falling from the sky. This bumblebee flower can go right there. Now to put on the vines, I don't want to put the black vine on the black designer paper. It's going to go on the white. And it's just going to go flat down, so just put some adhesive, random spots on here, just so at least 2 or 3 areas are hanging on really good. The yellow bumblebee can go onto the designer paper side, because that will show up against the busy print. And finally, Mossy Meadow. Sure, they can overlap. Okay, now it's time for some sequins. So I will do 5 of them, the white random ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in here, these were on clearance. They still might be. There's 3 different size sequins. So I think I'll use mostly small and medium rather than the large, because I want it to be just kind of sparkly magicalness. I don't want it to be a big, bold sequin. I don't know why I got the idea to put sequins on this anyhow, but being that I like bling, I like it. Here's a little one. Okay, maybe one big one. Okay, and then next I will put sequins in the center of these 1, 2, 3, these 4 flowers. And those are all going to be the copper color, and hopefully I can find small and medium ones. I put big ones on here and I think they're too big. Okay, so there it is. And now in the center of the sequins, I'm going to go back through and put a dot of glue just to hold them in place. That's just one of the things I do. Before I started doing that, I would open the card and the sequins would be at the bottom of the envelope in the card, and I would be disappointed because I took time to put them on and then they fell off. Don't like that. What is this one too? Okay, now for the inside of the card, let me close all this up. This is the inside. Hello, pumpkin. Let's do the same thing. So we'll do some stamping. Here are leaf, flower, oak leaf, and just start with any color. Cajun Craze, long leaf, here, here, and into the pile. Good. And Cajun Craze, oak leaf, there, there, here. That's it for Cajun Craze. And it doesn't matter what you do where. Just so you fill it up and make a pretty fall looking pile. Bumblebee, bumblebee, long leaf, okay, and bumblebee flowers. Okay, so next is pumpkin pie. This thing is getting dry. Hold on. Do you have one of these? Water on hand all the time? Yeah, it's really dry. There it goes. on, water. I love my Simply Chamois. Okay, so we are on pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, long leaf. And some flowers. Okay, and finally, Old Olive. Well, it cleans much better when it's wet. Imagine that. So Old Olive, I did just the oak leaf. Okay. Much cuteness going on there. Get that on the inside. My little glue dots are still, my glue bubbles are still drying. That's fine. I can get it stuck into here. Oh, I like that. I still think this is my favorite one. Okay, so this one is done. And the last video is the Spooky Cat. Have a happy Halloween by Brenda. Brenda, thank you. And we will do this next and use up all of our pieces. Okay, have a great day. See you next time.